Super Bowl 60, what's in your reporter's notebook coming off of it that you would love to share, your 2 cents as this game still echoes for us here?
It was a fascinating game because going in, so much of the storyline was Sam Darnold versus Drake May. My main takeaway watching it live and then talking to people after was just that neither Drake May nor Sam Darnold played particularly well in that game. Obviously, Drake May was under duress basically from go. He and the offense just never seemed to find any type of comfort level. I'm happy just personally for Sam Darnold, a guy I've gotten to know a little bit over the years, for himself to be in that position. But like if you're drawing up Super Bowl quarterback performances, you're not missing some of the throws that Darnold missed. You're taking advantage. That game could easily have been a blowout, but they missed some opportunities within that game. But Darnold did what he did throughout the playoffs, which was he avoided the big mistake. Obviously, Kenneth Walker running wild and winning the MVP was a huge piece of their success. I thought Mike Macdonald's game plan was brilliant, the way that they attacked the Patriots defensively, and particularly, you feel for Will Campbell, but it seemed like, they had come to the conclusion, whether it was Campbell coming back from, a ligament tear in his knee, or Campbell just, his body type, the shorter arms. It was basically, we're just going to bull rush the guy over and over in the early going. We're going to physically take control of this game. And that's absolutely what they did. The other piece of it, just watching the parade yesterday, Rich, was I don't think that we have said enough about John Schneider, who accomplished something that very few GMs in NFL history have done, which is winning 2 Super Bowls with 2 completely different rosters. I know that Howie Roseman did it with the Eagles, after the 17 season. And then last year, there were a few carryover types of players, the Brandon Grahams of the world. But for the Seahawks, these are 2 Super Bowls, 12 years apart, 2 Super Bowls for a GM. I mean, that's Hall of Fame caliber stuff. And the way that Schneider did it, the way that he maneuvered with a coaching change, moving on from a legend in Pete Carroll, plucking a guy, Mike Macdonald, who at the time he was hired was the youngest head coach in the NFL. After 1 year, those guys collectively deciding to pull the plug and make an offensive coordinator change, trading away your starting quarterback in Geno Smith to sign Sam Darnold, trading away your top receiver in DK Metcalf, and on and on and on. That's one of the things that's made John one of the best in the game for a long time, which is he is very aggressive in every single avenue of roster building. You can go back and find all the tweets. There were a number of things that he did over the last couple of years that everyone was going like, what in the world are the Seahawks doing? It all came together. They're Super Bowl champs again. Schneider, Mike, those guys, really the front office, which is still largely the same for 2013. Those guys deserve a ton of credit for putting the Seahawks in a really rare position.
Yeah, the nugget, Tom, that was in our NFL Network research packet coming out of Super Bowl 60 is Howie Roseman and Ozzie Newsome were the only general managers to win a Super Bowl with a different head coach and a different quarterback. But both of those teams had overlap in terms of the roster. There were members in Super Bowl number 2 that were winners of Super Bowl number 1. John Schneider is the first ever to have 0 players from Super Bowl winning Super Bowl number 1, 0 players from that team on the roster for Super Bowl number 2. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.